Well, well, well. Guess who's back, and not in the quiet, battery-powered way some of us feared. That's right, the Audi RS6 is out on the roads again, caught testing in prototype form, and it is very much still alive with the roar of internal combustion. For petrolheads everywhere, this is like hearing that your favorite rock band has reunited, except this time they have promised not to go full acoustic. The Audi RS6 has always been a legend in the performance wagon world. It is the family hauler that doubles as a supercar assassin, a car that has earned cult status for its mix of practicality, aggression, and raw performance. And while we live in an age where nearly every carmaker is announcing their next fully electric flagship, Audi seems to be holding the line, at least for one more round, with the RS6. So what exactly do we know about this prototype? Why is it a big deal that it is not electric? And what could Audi be cooking up for its next monster wagon? Let's dive into the juicy details. The RS6 legacy. Why this car matters. Before talking about spy shots and prototypes, let's take a moment to remember why the RS6 is such a big deal. Since its debut in the early 2000s, the RS6 has represented the absolute peak of Audi's RS lineup, with big V8 engines, all-wheel drive grip, and performance figures that make Ferrari owners nervous. The RS6 has been the poster child for practical madness. The current RS6 Avant, powered by a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, produces 621 horsepower in the performance version. It is capable of sprinting from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds. Supercar numbers, in a wagon that can carry your dog, your kids, and your IKEA shopping all in one go. But in recent years, the future of the RS6 has been uncertain. Audi, like many automakers, has pledged billions of dollars towards electrification. Entire model lines are being axed or reinvented as EVs. The idea of the RS6 going electric felt inevitable, and while that might be fine for some people, purists have been clinging to their petrol dreams. Now, with this new prototype caught testing, it looks like those dreams are safe for a little while longer. Spotted in the wild. What the prototype reveals. So, what do the spy shots actually show? Well, the prototype is heavily camouflaged, as you would expect. Audi does not want us knowing exactly what's coming too soon, but camouflage can only hide so much. The most important thing? This prototype has very obvious tailpipes. Yes, real ones. Not the fake plastic bits you find on some modern cars. Not the EV-style smoothed-over rear bumpers. Real physical exhaust pipes sticking out of the back. And that means one thing: the next RS6 is not electric. The overall body shape looks similar to the current RS6 Avant, but with sharper details, wider arches, and a slightly more aggressive stance. It appears Audi is evolving the design rather than reinventing it, which makes sense given how iconic the RS6 silhouette already is. At the front, there seems to be a larger grille design, likely to feed more air into whatever beast of an engine sits underneath. The headlights also look slimmer and more angular, in line with Audi's latest design language seen on models like the A6 e-tron. The rear looks muscular, with wider haunches and, of course, those signature oval RS exhausts peeking through. Even in prototype form, it looks mean. Powertrain. What's under the hood? Now here is where things get really interesting. If it is not an EV, then what is Audi using to power the next RS6? The safe bet is that it will continue to use a version of the 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. This engine is already a legend, shared with cars like the Porsche Panamera Turbo and Lamborghini Urus. In RS6 form, it is tuned to deliver insane performance while maintaining everyday drivability. But this time around, it could be even more powerful. Rumors suggest we could be looking at upwards of 630 or even 650 horsepower. With hybridization being a possibility, Audi might add a mild hybrid or plug-in hybrid system to boost performance while keeping emissions in check. A hybrid RS6 would not be the worst idea. It could give instant torque from electric motors while keeping that glorious V8 soundtrack. Imagine a car that could glide silently through city streets in EV mode, then unleash thunderous acceleration on the open road. Either way, the fact that there is still a combustion engine at all is enough to get enthusiasts celebrating. Why Audi sticking with petrol is a big deal. Let's be honest, we are living in a time where nearly every new performance car announcement involves batteries, range estimates, and charging times. And while EVs can be brutally quick, just look at the Tesla Model S Plaid or Porsche Taycan Turbo S, they lack the emotional drama of a roaring engine, the smell of petrol, and the satisfying clunk of a gear change. The RS6 has always been about more than numbers. It is about the feeling of launching down a motorway with that V8 soundtrack in your ears, while your mates in the backseat laugh because they cannot believe a wagon is this fast. It is about blending practicality with lunacy. If Audi had gone full EV with the next RS6, it might have been quick, but it would have lost its soul. By keeping the combustion engine alive, at least for one more generation, Audi is giving enthusiasts something to cheer about. Rivals and the competitive landscape. Of course, Audi is not alone in this game. Its rivals are not giving up either. BMW has the M5 Touring coming soon, likely with a hybridized V8. Mercedes has the E63 wagon in the works, and while it might move towards smaller engines, AMG will not go quietly into the EV night. Then you have the electric rivals, the Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, Tesla Model S Plaid, and other high-performance EVs that are trying to prove that wagons can be fast without burning petrol. But for the hardcore petrol heads, the RS6 still represents something unique. It is the unapologetic big-engine wagon that refuses to bow down to electrification just yet. When will we see it? Given the stage of testing, the new RS6 could be officially revealed sometime in 2026, with sales starting later that year or early 2027. Audi tends to play things close to the chest, so details will trickle out slowly. But one thing is clear, the RS6 is not done. So there you have it. The new Audi RS6 prototype has been spotted. It is not an EV, and petrolheads everywhere can breathe a sigh of relief. Yes, electrification is coming. Yes, Audi is investing heavily in EVs. But for now, the RS6 remains the loud, angry, fire-breathing wagon we know and love. It will likely be more powerful, sharper in design, and maybe even feature some hybrid tech, but it will still have the beating heart of a combustion engine. And let's be honest, if you had to choose between silent speed or a V8 soundtrack with room for the kids in the back, we all know which one you would pick. So, BMW M5 Touring, Mercedes AMG E63, Porsche Taycan, you better watch out. The Audi RS6 is coming, and it is not ready to go quietly into the electric night.